Good. Let's get this recorded. Let's go. Let's go. Wait for it to go live real quick and we rolling. All right, let's roll with it. Hey, what's going on? Beast Mode Brand back again. Hopefully you guys had a blessed new year, but we back in the saddle. We're gonna do good in 25. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys. In 2020, we're gonna go do things a little bit different. Every Tuesday, we're gonna do the advanced topics like we do, and then every Thursday, I'm gonna leave it open just a Q&A every single Thursday because I get tons of messages in the box. So we just want to use that time to address it. So some of you guys just got Swing Master Pro AI. You guys already watch the training. You guys are rock stars. Keep up the great work, But if you do have any questions after that, let's tackle them on a Thursday night because that's your time. I mean, in the end, what's our motto for 2020 or 2025? We want to make more so that we can bless more, whatever's in our hearts. We can give back to friends, families, communities, making the world a better place for all. And that's really why I'm coming in and hitting the ground running in 25. And we're going to go over and go over our report for January, so you guys know how to utilize it, and we all get to make money using seasonality like we do. We 100% absolutely not, but we are pretty doggone consistent, and you guys know that. For those that's been in the mastermind, we do have a couple first timers on here. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome as well. But in the end, hey, every month we put something out at the beginning of the month, something for you to keep your eyes on. There's crypto in there. I put the stocks and options side in there for us, so that we can utilize that and make some money. So that's what's on the agenda tonight. We're going to go over January's report, go over our option strikes so everybody understands what exactly we need to do. So after that, I'll try to cut it a little bit short. You guys got questions, we can address them at the end. All right. But hey, let's rock and roll, and let's get the party started. Where we at here? Should be good right now. Let me see. All right. You guys see my screen right now? I'm pretty sure you guys do.
Yes, we see it.
Yeah, yes.
Perfect. All right, awesome. Right now, what you guys see is the coloring book. Also, if you are a full mastermind, I do live trade the markets every single morning. So it's a great place to see how some people that's been doing this for 5-6 years, some people have been doing it for a year, see how we kind of navigate. We are a little bit quicker because when you're scalping, you're day trading, we like to put a stop in place once we see some profits. You know what I mean? Coming into the trade school, you guys are used to trading from level to level. We do utilize that as well. So I mean, in the end, it's a place to surround yourself with other people who trade, and like minds come together. You watching something that's moving, hey, we all get to share it, and that's what I like about the live market. So many people say, well, you could do this and you can do that, but we like to call stuff out as it's happening, or what we're looking for. So the hands-on experience in a live market to me is top notch. When I started, I didn't have that, and that's kind of why I do what I do in my way of giving back. Also, if you do have any friends or family that are interested and they do want to just check it out, let me know. I like to give back another way is on Fridays. I like to open it up, and they get to see how we live trade, see how crazy we are, and we rock and roll that way. So if you didn't know that, hey, you do now, and hey, let's rock and roll. So first things first, if you do not know how to get the report or you want to follow along and you don't have it yet, simply go to our Discord, and you should be level 3 if you're in the mastermind. Scroll down here to the alerts and click stocks and options tab, right? If you go scroll up a little bit right here, see Jamar posted at 10:50 p.m. yesterday. The plan going forward for January 2025. You click on this. This is streamed live. I don't want people to know it is password protected. Just reach out if you do need the password, and that's how you're going to get the report. So if you don't know how to get it, you do now. I don't want to hear anything. I don't have the report. Hey, you have it now. So all right. With that being said, after you get the report, we're gonna dive right in right now. This is our new cover for the report. You can see we got 43 pages on this. If you click these 3 lines over here, you can just see the different pages, right? Or you can scroll down just like this. There's tons of information in this that you should really utilize it and look into it. Like I said, it's geared towards crypto, stocks, and options. Nice little thing to get your calendar ready, especially for your crypto traders. You see tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, historically, that Bitcoin with an upwards trend. That typically means that we have strong probability to see a push or an impulse to the upside in the crypto world. The bears, that is not a good time I shouldn't say that. I said the bears give us a probability that the market's going to stay sideways or you're going to see some profit taking, oftentimes resulting in a drop in the market. So if you are investing for the long haul, you probably want to be looking at these bear days because that's when you're going to get things more on sale. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep scrolling down right here and let's see where this Oracle is, right? The Oracle, man, hey, there's all tons of goodies right here. Where are we at? All right, right here. So the Oracle in this report, a couple different sections that we want to put in our calendar, right? And I say that to say this. We have our bullish predictable days. We have our bearish predictable days. Each day of the month, right here, it goes down. And I was wondering why this is so small. Or, yeah, why is it so small? All right, there we go. There, that's a little bit easier to see. I was like, wait a second. If I could barely see it, I know you guys could barely see it, you know? All right, bullish predictable days. These are days that we expect to see expansion in the markets. Bearish predictable days that we're supposed to see opposite of expansion, things moving down. I say that to say this. The reason we are so good at what we do, especially in the stocks and options side, is we take our positions in the first couple trading days of the month, right? And if it never plays out in our favor, meaning if we don't see our 15 to 30% ROI, which is return on investment, we take our position, say tomorrow, right? Because we see how the bullish predictable day is on the 3rd. The 3rd would be tomorrow. So I'll be looking to take some swing positions tomorrow. If my position never gives me a 15 to 30% ROI on my calendar, I see the bearish predictable day is 13th through 15th. So then my next cost average into that position would be the 13th through 15th. And then I'll scroll down here and see if there's any more bearish predictable days. We can see that the market's closed January 20th. We can see, you see where it says bullish. If you see anywhere it says dip buy or bearish, like Wednesday the 15th, this will be a day that I'll be looking to take a position if my trade never goes out. The most important thing with this is I use 3 buy-ins, right? 3 buy-ins right there. And that's what gives me an 87% higher probability. Still within my risk management realm, right? So if you have $500 to put into the trade, don't go all in $500. Put one contract for $250. Then if your contract goes against you and your $250 drops to $150, right? You're down 15, 20%. You could buy another contract, and guess what? Now your average price is way better. You only need 1 or 2 days of expansion in your favor, and you can walk away with a green bag. And that's kind of why we are very powerful with what we do. So I'm going over this now so that when I don't got to come back up to this when I get to my section. It's all going to make full sense for you here in a little bit. So just know that, right? Then we're going to scroll down here. Keep scrolling down where we get to the goodies. I thought it was right there. Man, where are we at right here? 36, 37. Right here. We got our section right here. All right, top part right here. You're going to see these calls and these puts. I'm going to put a big circle right here. Right? A couple different rules for this. Your expiration, you're going to buy 3rd Friday, right, of following month. I'm just going to put following. So here will be 1 star. 3rd Friday of following month, expiration, right? And we'll just put expiration so that you can see that. Another thing is we have three buys of the same position, right? Stop loss, I'm going to put SL, stop loss is last day of this month. So I can't say never, but we're not going to lose 100% of our position. I mean, we could if the world war broke out and the market limit down 10 days in a row or something, but the probability of that happening is very slim. It could happen, but I'm saying on average, we might lose 20, 15%, 20%, 25% on these losing positions. So it's super, super safe. These plays right here, they have an 87% probability if you take every single one. That means that I expect to see a winner, a winner, a winner, a winner, winner, might loss, winner, winner. That gives you your odds right there. In the end, trading is a numbers game. You want to be consistent. You want to trade the plan, which we're going over right now, and you want to reap the reward at the end of that. So, third Friday of next month's expiration for these specific ones. 3 buys. We take our initial buy. If our position doesn't go in our favor, when we have another bearish predictable day, remember before we just talked about the calendar up there, if we don't get our position, our profits in sync of that, then we're going to put another position in that. If that second position, we don't see our 10 to 30 or 15 to 30% ROI profits, then the third trading day or the third buy-in would be on another red day for the call side, and that's what's going to give us that 87% probability, right? Oftentimes, we don't need to do that, but the luxury to have that benefits us, right? So we got 3 buys. The last day of the month, if we don't ever see any profits, we are then selling out of our position for a loss, and we coming into the next month, right? The reason we don't have to be greedy is because we put stocks in the report 12 times a year. That means, just for me, just on these report trades, you have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 plus the leaps. You have about 120 plays every single year that I give you guys, right? So you don't need to be greedy. In the end, you're going to have your 87% probability, right? And that's on the call side. On the put side over here, these are buying put contracts, right? You want to buy when the day is green. If the day is extremely green, you want to buy this because now you're getting your put on sale. We make money when the share price drops in value on the put side. Same thing on the call side. If the share price rises, we get to make money, right? So keep that in mind right there. This is a great swing trade technique, especially those that have smaller accounts or looking to get into investing, because you only need a couple $100 to take one position versus a lot of times to buy some shares like Netflix, you're going to need $800. But we could buy a Netflix contract for $200 and make a good amount, 15 to 30%, just like that, you know? So understand that. All right, do me a favor. If everybody understands those rules right now, give me a DCG in the box. If everybody understands those rules right now. Make sure we understand the game plan. Awesome, awesome. I see you guys all doing that. Perfect, perfect. So we try to keep it as simplified as possible, right? In the end, what's up, Greg? How you doing? All right, we try to keep it as simplified as possible, right? In regards, because when you keep things simple, you're going to stay consistent with it, and you're going to trade it. All right. So this top part, these are the rules right here. Now let's go through and pick some option contracts for these right here. All right. So we're going to do SLV. All right. So we teach you guys to trade on TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim, or I should say Charles Schwab Thinkorswim now. You come over to the trade tab. This is all beginner stuff. You should understand that. If not, let me know. I do have a basic contract video, how to walk through some of this basic stuff. So you see all the option chains over here. What did we say we want to do? We want to do the third Friday of the next month. So if we're in January right now, we got to go to February and see where it says, right? February 7th, 1st, 14th is 2nd, February 21st is the third one, right? Is the third one. So it's 2/21 expiration. All these contracts are going to be 2/21 expiration, right? So if we click here, 2/21, which is February 21st, we click this, 50 days of expiration time, right? And now there's a couple different rules inside of this we want to see. We want to do our bid and ask. If you take the bid and divide it by, right? Or, yeah, you want to divide it by the ask right here. I don't know why I put the plus right there. You want that spread to be 20% or less, all right? That spread needs to be 20% or less. The open interest, you want to see 100 or greater, right? 100 plus. So I'm going to say 20% or less. And your delta, we have our delta rule in place. You want to see 19 cents or higher. What all that means is The bid and ask is what you're paying. It's going to fluctuate depending on what the share price is doing. The open interest is how many people's at the party. If all 300 people of us in the mastermind, 250, all take the same trade and the open interest is 7, a lot of us probably ain't going to be able to sell out of our position, or it's going to take a lot of time. But if you come in here and you take a contract that's 154,000 people at the party, if you buy that and we all sell at the same time, we're going to sell out just like that. And that's why the open interest to me is like people at the party. If you have people at the party, you have no problems entering and exiting that party, no problem, right? The delta tells us how much our option contract is going to make because we get paid on the option movement. For every dollar, the share price up here moves in our favor, right? So the reason we have a 19-cent delta rule, I'm going to erase all this, is because everybody has different account sizes. Sometimes you can take in-the-money contracts, which is this purple box right here. The next two are your at-the-money contract. And everything else down here is considered out the money. Out the money, those are at the money, and these are in the money. In the money contracts are the safest. They are protected from time decay, theta, beta, right? If you take that formula and combine it, your contract is not going to lose value fast. If you take an at the money contract right here, the probability of it going in the money is very good, especially with our trades that we have. And if you simply take an out of the money contract, the probabilities of it going in the money are very slim. But in the stock option space, we're just looking forward to get a certain move in our favor, and we in and out. The reason I say that is because we all have different account sizes, right? With that being said, if you trade Netflix, which is on the list right here, right, and you see SLV, one strike at the money is $103 for one person to participate. But if you come over here to Netflix, NFLX, and you see, right, the same contract right here at the money, it's $5,505. Well, guess what? Not everybody has $5,000. So when we utilize the delta rule, right, we can come all the way down here out the money, and now we could buy a contract for $800, $700. You can, I mean, this is more expensive. You can go a little bit farther out. I personally wouldn't recommend it. If you can't afford that 19-cent delta, then I would simply just I'd take a different position, like a different symbol. Anyway, SLV up first. This month, I think that we could take the 27 calls. It's $103 a contract, or the 26 calls. I'll probably be taking the 26 calls because we're protected in the money. If this thing moves $1, like today it moves 60 cents. If this moves 60 cents today and you bought a contract for $1, you're going to get 60% of $53, which is 50%. So
that open.
60% of that, right, is about 30%. You're going to make $30 in one day if you got the same exact day that you got today on that $103 contract. That is a great investment, right? If you come up here in the money, you're going to make a lot more. You know what I mean? You're going to risk $160, but you're going to make about $50 on that. So the ROI becomes a little bit less because you're risking more money, but it is also safer that way. Anyway, SLV, I think we could take the 26 and the 27 calls. All right. Moving along here on the report. What do we have next on the list? We got where's it at? I lost it. Is it on this one? Oh, right here it is. All right.
GLD.
Yeah, we got GLD and we got AE or EA. So GLD is next, right? So let's check out GLD. GLD, the same exact process that we did for SLV, we're going to do for GLD. And I'm going to put all these in the chat as well. I saw your message. We're going to do it in the Discord as well, so you guys can go back and get it. GLD, same thing. Third Friday of the next month, we're going to scroll down right here. And here's a perfect opportunity for us to use the 19-cent delta rule. Why? If you have a small account and you see the 246, they're $560. Not everybody is willing to put in $560 in one position. And if you have $500 to put in one position, you're not going to put all $500 into the first trade. Remember, you have to have the luxury to buy 2 more times. So now you come down here to your delta and come down here to about 19 cents or 20. Everybody can afford $150 to $180. Is everybody following me still right now? Put a 2 in the box right now. And that is why we have the delta rule, so that we all can participate in the same trades together, right? And have fun. Because maybe I can afford a $5,000 contract for Netflix, but if you're just starting out, you're not gonna be able to buy one contract if you have a $2,000 account. But if you use the 19-cent delta rule, you can come down here and you can all participate. You know what I mean? And hey, we have a lot more fun when we all making money. How does the delta rule affect each dollar movement of stock? All the delta tells you, Gretchen, is every dollar the share moves in your favor, that's how much your option's going to increase up. So it doesn't really matter what strike you do, because right here, the 256, it's going to move $24, right? But every dollar it goes in your favor, right? Because now this in the money's coming down, like right here, right here, right here. You're going to make $24 on $1. The next dollar movement on the share side, you're going to make $26. The next dollar, you're going to make $28. The next dollar, you're going to make $31. So it doesn't matter whatever delta it is. Just know that that position for that first dollar that moves in your favor, that's how much your option is going to increase in value. You know, and since these have dollar contracts, you can add each of these deltas up. You know, awesome. So in this one right here, I mean, I'll probably go a little bit closer. There's 32,000 right here. I'll probably take the 255s or 256s. You can, if you need to, you can go a little bit farther out. But just for everybody else, I'm going to say 255 and 256 calls. All right. Next stock we have on this is EA. 221 expiration, the same exact thing. We're going to walk through it. Right here, EA. And sometimes you got to be careful, right? Because these spreads will tighten up a little bit tomorrow, but sometimes they do this, you know? If you see these open interests right here, I'm going to say the 155s because there's 1,055 on this. If your bid and ask is 20 cents or higher, right, or greater, I wouldn't take it. Tomorrow, this will tighten up a little bit, but you can do this. If the bid and ask is 190 to 255, instead of market ordering into this trade, you can actually put a limit in and try to get filled for the mid price. So the middle price of 190 and 255 is about 225, 230, right? 225, 230. If the call option has a delta of 50 cents, the option premium will increase by 50 cents for every $1 increase in stock price. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. So all the delta is telling us is how much that option price is going to move for every $1 on the share side. It doesn't matter what symbol it is. The delta is the same. It's the same for every stock. And that's how they measure the movement in the stock option world. Because remember, when we buy a stock option, we're buying one stock option, right? And we get paid off the movement of the share price. And the reason I like stock options is simply this right here. If you come in here and you buy one stock option, it's $430, right? But if you buy one share, you need $145 to buy one share. If your 145 turns into 150, guess what? You're up about $5, right? You're up $5. Okay, what's the ROI on that? I don't know, maybe like 1%, 1.5% maybe. But if you buy one stock option for $430 and it moves $5 in the share side in your favor, you're going to take this 42 and you're going to times it by 5. 40, 80, 120, 160, 200, about $210. Guess what? You are now going to make, right? You're going to make 50% of your investment. Now, let me ask you this. Would you rather make 1.2%, or would you rather make 50%? You see me? If you'd rather make 50%, throw a stock option in the chat. I'll make you do a little work. Every single person should put a stock option in the chat, or you can put 50% in. So if you're watching the recording, what would you rather do, right? Absolutely. If you say 1.2%, hey, maybe you're not seeing what I'm seeing, you know? Don't get me wrong, I do invest in shares, but if I had to choose, I'm buying a stock option, you know? Absolutely. So EA, I'm going to get loaded up to 155 calls on this one. 155 calls. All right, the next one we have MU and we have Netflix. MU and Netflix. MU. Same thing. Third Friday's expiration. MU. It's about 470 at the money. We might use our Delta rule to go a little bit out. Open interest is all fire for this. So we see right here, I take the 95 calls. Let's see here. Yeah, I take the 95 calls or the 100 calls. So we're going to do MU 221 95/100 calls. And we had Netflix was next. NFLX 221 expiration, same thing. This one we're going to have to use, I shouldn't say have to, but most of us will use the 19-cent Delta rule, utilize that. So we're going to go a little bit out of the money. Your 19-cent Delta rule right here. There's tons of people in this. So that means like Netflix can move $10, $20 in a day. So if you buy something for $1,400 and it moves 20 points, you're making $400 or $500. You're making 33% ROI. Like, that's pretty good, you know. If you can't afford this, don't sweat it. There's always another trade. But for me, I'm gonna get loaded up to 10, 20 calls. That's what I'll be keeping my eyes on that one. Last one is Guild, GILD. I've been following this one for the last 5 or 6 years, and I don't want to say it out loud, but it's been good. It's a cheaper one, and it simply wins. You know, it is a money maker, but shh, don't tell everybody else. It's for us. You know, right here, same thing. Third Friday's expiration. They're pretty cheap. They're 1,400 expiration. I'm gonna take the 95 calls or the 9750 calls. We'll do 95/9750 calls. And I believe that's it for this top section. On the put side, we have VZ, which is Verizon, and we have Colgate, I believe, which is CL. So we got VZ right now. VZ, I've been tracking this one for a while. It's very, very cheap, and it is a good one. This one I'm probably going to go into money because they're cheap. You know what I mean? They're $140 or $250. They will tighten up a little bit, or maybe like right here, you know. So the open interest rules, same thing. Maybe we'll do a little bit out the money, but I'll go right here at the money because the open interest is right there. So we're gonna do VZ, same thing, VZ 221 puts, and we're gonna get loaded up to 40 puts. And the last one for this top section right here is a CL. Yep, Colgate. Same thing, pretty cheap. These spreads will tighten up right here, but I'm probably going to go right here at the 90 calls, the 9250, or I'm sorry, calls, puts, the 90 puts. You know what I mean? CL to, yep, I already said that. I will post it in the Discord and in the Facebook group if you would like to. 90 puts. All right. So back to the report. That's that first section. There's a couple more sections that we need to get through. If you like lotto trades, these are over-the-counter shares, right? What happens for these kind of stocks is you're going to see accumulation, right? You're going to see it trade sideways for a little bit. Let me see if I have my chart. What do we got? BRLL is the first one. This one actually has a great share structure. You can see, you're going to see something just like this right here. That's on the yearly chart. Let me get a weekly chart. You're going to see something just like this. Check this out. You're going to see, this is why I like this. You're going to see it get hammered, beaten down 1 penny, and it goes up to 4 penny. That's Forex return. It gets beaten down 2 cents. It goes back up to 4 cents. There is 1x. It gets beaten down again. There's 3 cents. It goes up to 8 cents. There's 2x, right? Then it gets beaten down. You might buy it here, and then it pops up. It gets beaten down there. Let's say you bought it there. You sell out for another winner. Then you buy it here, and now you get stuck holding it. And you get this pop to the upside. Guess what? There's another 1x return. Right now, it is at 0.0028. The share structure on this stock is absolutely crazy for something that is OTC. I think that they have some news coming up, and I feel that we could pop up here again. And if it goes from 1 penny from 0028, that's a great return. The same exact thing for TGGI. You see this right here. It's at 0001s. We made a ton of money on this one, right? A ton of money on this one. Let me see right here. No, that's the wrong one. We made a ton of money, like a daily chart right here. What happens is, like, it gets beaten up. You might buy here. Then you get this pop to the up, and you sell out on this day. Then it comes down. You might buy here. Then you get a pop up there. These are all 50, 100% ROI pushes, right? So it's just something I like to tell people. If you have extra money, put it in. It's a lotto for me. Like, you ever bought a lottery ticket? It's something like that. If that is not your arena or you have a small account, just disregard these stocks right here. This month, I'll be looking at BRLL, TGGI, and MJNA. I own all of them, just so you know that. Retirement shares. All right, so retirement shares. You're going to hear me say this. I day trade for my job. I swing trade to help grow my account. I use the profits of both to pay my bills, cover my subscription, and invest with house money, right? I own about 40 companies, which I should sell out some of my stocks. It's just so hard. Like, we alerted XOM at what, 47 or $50. It's at 110 right now, man. We got Hershey at like 110 or 120. It went up to $280. It's at like 180 or 190. We got Apple at like 135 or 140. It's in the 200s. We got what's another one we got? We got Amazon. I got Amazon at 112. It's at 220 right now. And I'm just holding it. So I look at it like this. I'll hold it, and come summertime, we want to go on a vacation. All right, I'll sell out my Amazon shares, right? Get my initial investment back, and I'll use my profits to take my family on a vacation. And I'll wait for Amazon to fall back down again, and I'll put my same position back in there. So you can make money from a very slow, conservative standpoint, and just keep doing it and keep doing it. So you see Microsoft here, right? If we put Microsoft in here, MSFT, you see something just like this, right? Where we might buy something on sale down here at 400, it goes up to 466. All of this right here is money. And if you hold it, guess what? You're getting a dividend. You're getting a dividend, right? So that's something that we like. You come over here and you look at something like Apple. We wait for it to get underneath the alligator. We were buying Apple all down here at 180. Look where it's at right now. It's at 243. Any given time, you could sell out whenever you want. If you bought it here and it starts pushing up, you could sell out right here. Why? Because your account doesn't grow until you sell out. Anyway, this is a super safe, conservative way. You guys all should be buying some of these shares. This month, I'll be adding Microsoft. I'll be buying McDonald's, MCD. I will be buying Home Depot. I will be buying KO. I will be buying BND. And of course, I'll be buying Ethereum and GBTC, which is Bitcoin. Ethereum, which is Ethereum, and GBTC. All right, so now check it out. Let me come here. All right, let's check out something right here. Ethereum, right? The grayscale. Let me see something real quick. I just lost my chart. Let's see. Yeah, I got the alligator too. Let me put it back on. All right, so right here, this is my logic on it, right? This is Ethereum. I want to buy, right? And let me make myself smaller. I want to buy when we have an on sale opportunity, like right here, and then right here, and then here's my average. Then when we push up, there is what, 150%. We were buying all right here, right? And look what happens. Went from 20 up here to about 35 again. That is good money right there. Would you guys agree? Put a 1 in the box right now if you guys would agree on that. Is that good money? GBTC, which is the grayscale Bitcoin. Guess what? Everybody thought I was crazy when I was buying over here. And look what happened. $20 up here to 60. That's 300% return. There is tons of money to make on the share side. And I'd hate to say that, I should say I dislike to say this, but it's way more simplified buying crypto on shares than going and transferring to this or bridging to that. They're going to kill me for this, but that's just my opinion, right? And now in the stock market, not only can we take pieces of Bitcoin, right, and I could sell it at any given time, we could do grayscale, like or what is it, G Solana? Here's Solana. We're on. I should have put this one on. Solana's hammered right now at $20. Hit a high of 116. That right there is a good opportunity to get into it. That is one I'll be buying tomorrow. Solana. If you're bullish on that, that's something that you want to get into. You know what I mean? You definitely want to get into that. So that's just me, though. That's just me, right? So we can get involved in crypto in the stock market for some more of you traditional traders. Very easy. Anyway, if you're not invested, you're never going to make these kind of returns. But I'm going to just share something with you. Since 1912 or 1920, has the stock market failed us? Put in the box. Yes or no? When has the stock market failed us? Has it? Yes or no? Put it in the box. Every single person says they know. Why? Because the stock market, when it opened, the trajectory is almost always up. Hear me out. The Great Depression, the stock market tanked, but did it rebound? Yep. The 2000 crash or whatever, 1999, before the boom, did the stock market crash and did it rebound? Yep. What happened in 2008 when the housing market crashed? Ford lost 80 or 90% of its value. Since then, it's up over 1,000+%, less than 20 years later. So I say that to say this. Investing, right, for the long haul is how you build generational wealth on top of the daily activities that you're doing from day to day when you're day trading and swing trading. That's what I believe in. I believe in every person that starts a retirement account when they are young, they're all winners in the end because they're waiting months, weeks, months, and years. So if you have kids like me, what I'm doing is every month I'm putting 100, 200 bucks in an account for them because then when they turn 18 or 21, they're not going to know about it. I'm going to give it to them, and guess what? They're going to have $250,000. They might have $500,000. They might even have $1 million, right? Because they're just going to compound for the next 20 years. Plus, I'm going to keep putting money into it, and that's my treat for them. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it like that, or just create like a hardball estate and just keep pushing money into it, like with my own money, just to propel it faster for them because it's my job to put them in a good position. But that's my plan, right? I say that to say this. You could do that for yourself. You don't have kids, that's fine. You need to be doing this for yourself. When has the market failed in a 5 or 10 year cycle? I mean, I don't know. I can't say it won't fail because it could, but the probability is so low, is what I'm getting at. That's something I'm willing to put my money into it, right? With that being said, if you want the safest technique that I'm going to give you, focus on these leaps for January, leaps all year long. In 2023, I was 100% on these. Last year, we lost 2 of them. And this year, hey, we're going to rock and roll. So the same exact plan, right, as we went over up here. It's the same exact thing. The only difference is we are buying more time. We're going to take one position this month. And if our position never goes in our favor, then we will use the report next month to buy in on a bearish predictable day only if the market is red. Then if it never gives us our return in the second month, on the third month, we will use the report, right, for March on a bearish predictable day and the market has to be red. I will buy in again. If for some reason that leap trade does not see profits by the third month, I'm going to cut it and take back whatever premium I have left. All right. Let me just share something with you. That is how you're going to have a 92% plus probability. That is how you're going to make money over the long haul, right? Buying these. And remember, from that investing standpoint, let's take a look at CAH real quick, right? This is number one, CAH, all right, which is Cardinal Health. So the only difference of this is we're not buying February's contract. We got to go out here and we got to buy probably till June because we're going to hold it till March. So you can do June, but ideally you want to have like 180 to 200 days expiration. This is 170. And check it out. We all can get involved. If you use the 19-cent Delta rule, you could buy this leap for $300, right? Do you recommend an IRA or Roth IRA for buying and selling those retirement shares? I'm going to tell you something, Josh, and everybody has their own opinion. I like the IRAs 100% because it's a tax advantage for the long haul. But if you ever needed the money to give someone the money, you pay a huge penalty, right? I would have to do a little bit more research for myself. Me personally, I'm looking for the best tax advantage to put my money into something now that I only pay taxes when I pull it out. So I'm not sure if there's a way or there's an estate fund that you could do like through your LLC, right? And I have buddies. I just need to reach out to them. But I'm personally looking for a way to be buying investments or shares through an account, right? That say in 15 years, my daughter, right, she's going to turn 22. And say I want to give her $200,000 out of that. Yeah. Roth IRA is after tax funded. Yep. I don't want to pay taxes, or if there's a way, I don't want to pay taxes. Like right now, if we have our shares in the account and it makes 100 grand this year, you're going to get taxes. You'll get taxed on 100 grand. There's a way, but I'm just not sure how they structured it, that you can put your money into an account and not pay taxes on it until you pull it out. Yeah, so there's tons of different ways you can do it. You know what I mean? We're not going to dive too deep into it right now, but there is things but that's just kind of the direction that I want to go for me because I'm 36 right now. Say I want to reallocate or do something with my money and buy a huge apartment building at 50. I don't want to be taxed 40 or 60% for pulling my money out. You get what I'm saying? But that's just me, you know? If you're younger, I mean, for my kids' sake, probably better to put them into like an IRA for sure. But I mean, if I find something more beneficial, if you're trying to do the same situation I am, I'll definitely let you know. I mean, we're in the mastermind, you know, we share what we do. So anyway, with this right here, you could buy one share for $118, and let's say it goes up $10, right? Once again, you're up $10 profit. But if you use our 19-cent Delta rule, you could buy one contract, say for $360, and it goes up $10 on the share. You take 10 times 26, that's 260, right? I'm a visual guy. You take 260 and divide it by 360, right? Oops. 260, and you divide it by 360. What's your what is that? 72% ROI. Once again, would you rather make 8% ROI or 72% ROI? You know what I mean? For you to make $260, you're gonna have to buy 260 shares, right? Because you have to buy 26 shares. So if you take 26 shares and you times it by 118, you have to put $3,000 in to make the same $260 that we can make off 360. And that's my love for stock options right there, right? Anyway, for this month or for this leap trade, we have CAH, right? We're gonna put this right here. CAH option contract. We're gonna do what 620, and I'm probably going to take the open interest is fine there. I'll probably take the 130 or the 135 calls. All right, and then the last leap we had right here, it's going to be really expensive because it is Netflix. So I mean, you guys don't have to trade it, but it is very, very powerful. You take some a little bit shorter. Netflix, we could actually do something where we go out 3 months, January, February, March. I mean, we're going to sell it before March. Let's see what they're at with 76 days. And see if we use our 19-cent Delta rule, how much they're going to cost. I mean, it's still going to be, you're going to put about I'd say about, man, it's hard because this stock goes up. You know, I'd say we probably put 1,000 in. We could use 1,100. We get 1,100. We'll say. NFLX. We're gonna do what? March 3/21. Actually, nah, we can't because this is a leap. So I mean, we got to go out. We'll go to June. We'll go to June because if something happens, we got to buy in March still, which could happen. We'll go right here. We'll put 1,000 in. We'll go 1240. There's still open interest right there. So we're gonna say let's see here. What do we got? 620. Yep, 620. And we get loaded up the what I say? 1240 calls. All right, there we go. So that right there is my section of the report. That is how I'm going to make money this month with these stocks right here. So you guys all have the luxury and advantage to do it with me. And for other stocks, remember, we do the weekly hit list every Sunday night, and you got to attend a Sunday night call, right? So there's tons of that. Plus, you got random swing trades we put in. Plus, you got AI swing trades that Jamar puts in, which the dude is money with. So there's plenty of opportunities for you to make money with all of us. You know, you're gonna run out of money before you run out of opportunities in the mastermind, and that is a good thing. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna paste this in the box for you guys. I will post this in the Discord. But with that being said, does anybody have any questions for me? Anybody have any questions? Remember tomorrow we do have live trading. It is Friday. It's open. So let me know if you guys want to attend. 100% facts. DCG is the only place where you want to run out of money. Absolutely, Dion. It's a good position to be in, because something's ripping for sure. What are your thoughts about entering a trade on Friday? I'm gonna be entering tomorrow because we sold off today, so I will be entering tomorrow or Monday for my positions. Especially if we read tomorrow, especially if we read tomorrow. So I'll be looking to get my positions, like I said, tomorrow or Monday, and we're gonna make some good money this month. You know what I mean? So anyway, you guys ever do have any questions, comments, or concerns, never hesitate to reach out. You guys can find me if I don't answer or respond. Just send me a message again. Sometimes I get like 15, 20 messages in a day. Plus, I have a wife. Plus, I got 3 kids. Plus, I go to the gym. So, I mean, if I ignore you, I'm not ignoring you intentionally. Just shoot me another message. You know what I mean? Or tag me in the Discord. Tag me in the WhatsApp. I got you. So, let's make more to bless more. You know what I mean? With that being said, tomorrow, Freebie Friday. Let's live trade together. If you guys day trade, if not, hey, utilize these for your benefit. Do me a favor, if you guys understand how to trade the report, you're going to make some money this month, just throw a DCG in the box for me real quick, just so I know that everything's good for you guys. And then I'm going to give you back your night. It's about to be 10 o'clock on my time. Perfect. I see you guys pouring in DCGs in the box. You guys are rock stars. So remember, going forward, Tuesday, we're still going to do our advanced topics. Thursday, it is going to be open Q&A every Thursday going forward for this year. If there's anything specific you guys want to talk about in a class or you want me to go over, I'm going to make a post in the Facebook group. Just let me know, and I'll start planning my schedule accordingly so it could benefit us all. Anyway, with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. You guys are rock stars. You also have a blessed one. Catch me on the next one. Beast mode out.